Why don't we have a supervised injection site here?
Yeah.
Why don't we have a project like Naomi in Vancouver here that will save lives, reduce harm, get people into treatment?
Yeah.
Why aren't we seeing that compassionate care for people who need the care? That's what Victoria needs. Victoria does not need Bill C-26.
Yeah.
So I have to say, as a physician and working in emergency, I've seen a lot of people come in who have beaten people up because they're on alcohol. I've never seen anybody who's beaten anybody up who's smoked a drug. So folks, what we need to do is we need to work together to keep the good parts of Bill C-26 that deal with organized crime. We need to remove those parts that are so destructive that are going to put innocent people in jail, which is not humane at all. And let's work together and fight for compassionate care for those people who have substance abuse issues. Let's make sure that they have the care, the medical care, the treatment that people need. Victoria needs it. Canada needs it. Let's work together to make that happen.
Yes! Thank you! Yeah!
I actually should have thanked both of our MPs, aside from even coming today, for the work that they've done in the past supporting this issue. Denise mentioned being a city councillor. My real job, you could say, my full-time job is I work with the Cannabis Buyers Club of Canada. We sell cannabis products to people with permanent physical disabilities and diseases. And we've been doing that. We're coming up to 12 years here in January. We survived 4 police raids in our store, and we were acquitted in court of all those various raids, and we were quite lucky to do that. But throughout that, we went to the city and asked for help or protection or anything that they could do. And Denise and Rob Fleming stuck their necks out really and supported us as much as possible, and it really helped us. And I'd like to thank you, and I will every time I see you. And certainly Dr. Martin as well has stood up on this issue for a very long time, way back when he was a member of the Reform and Conservatives, and we really, as a community, appreciate Dr. Martin taking that long-standing issue and making and I have a copy, I think it's in here, of Bill C-431, which Dr. Martin introduced into the legislature this past spring, trying to decriminalize cannabis and take this law the direction the Canadian public wants it to go. In 2006, Maclean's magazine did a survey. 63% of Canadians want to see the cannabis laws change for the better. That is less penalties. 93% of Canadians believe in the medical use of cannabis. So what we're really up against here is what I've called the moral minority. And today's rally, Bill C-26 rallies that are held across Canada, is not going to stop this bill. It's going to be the hard work of these members in Parliament and their staff, forcing this into committee, debating this issue and stalling it probably till the next election, but certainly, putting this government to the gears. And the reason that our MPs are going to do that is not just because, they're smart and intelligent, but because Canadians are going to remind them that this is important, that they need to stand up to this government and the Conservatives who are really, getting way out of hand and need to focus their energy on real criminals. One study I read said that with this new law, if the incarceration rates remain the same, there would be about 700 people in jail right now in British Columbia that aren't right now. So I think that would mean almost 2 brand new jails that would have to be built here just to hold everybody that's growing pot on top. I think they have less than 1,000 in jail right now, so it would almost double the BC prison population. And it's already double bunked and full as it is. And as was mentioned, with the mandatory minimum, there's no incentive to plea bargain at all. And so anyone that is charged with any of these offenses, they're going to fight it to the hill. And the courts and the jails are going to fill up, and the people that are going to be let free are the ones that are committing break-and-enters and assaults and fraud and all this other identity theft that's happening. They're being left alone because cannabis growers are somehow this government's biggest problem. And so we need to not only stop this bill, but we need to make our government aware that legalizing cannabis is the only way to take it out of the hands of organized crime and to really start, living in a compassionate and free society. Because when I was born and raised, I thought I was told that this was a free country. And I'm finding out sometimes that might not be true. But damn it, by the time I die, it will be. So thank you very much to our members of Parliament again for coming here today. It means a great deal to us. And thank you everybody else for coming. There will be more rallies in the new year. There's a petition going around here. We're collecting phone numbers and emails. Anytime a member of the Conservative government appears in Victoria in 2008, they're going to have a number of us standing out front with our Stop Bill C-26 signs, quietly, passively reminding them that we disagree with what they're doing here. And so it won't again start until after the holidays, but in January and February we're going to constantly remind any Conservative politician that appears in Victoria that the people of this city do not agree with their mandate, and we will stand up to them again at every chance possible. So thank you very much everybody for coming.